Welcome back to Celebrity Tarot. We're going to get started here in just a minute, but first, go ahead and hit subscribe. I did just get back from yoga, so don't mind my lovely hair and makeup. Okay. We are going to get started here. Please go ahead, hit subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss any notifications. We're going to get straight into things. We're getting into Charli D'Amelio, and Travis Barker's son, Landon Barker. So I'm going to do that reading really quick before I hit the shower, but then I'll be back again to do the rest of the celebrity readings. But first, let's get into this. Landon Barker is Travis Barker's son. Travis Barker was in Blink 183 or 132 or whatever, the band. Blink 182? I don't remember. Anyway, that's his son. He's an Aries and a Pisces moon sign. And he was born October 9th, 2003. And he's famous for basically being the family member of, like, as a star on the MTV reality series, Meet the Barkers. So he was on that for 2 seasons from 2005 to 2006. He has a long rapport. Jesus Christ. I think he's 18. He looks 18. Yeah. 2005. Yeah. Okay. Let me get into her shit here. She is Charli D'Amelio. Everybody knows who she is. She was born in Connecticut, United States, May 1st, 2004 is her birthday. So she is 18, 19, whatever. She's an American social media personality, and she is a dancer. She was born in Norwalk, Connecticut, and was a competitive dancer for about 10 years. So she didn't just do TikTok. That started in 2019, where she was on the video sharing app, posting dance videos to trending songs on the platform. She quickly amassed a large following and became the most followed creator on the app. Congratulations. Very high up there on the followers and money making, and she's even in Forbes. So wonderful. Sun sign is Taurus, and then her moon sign's of Virgo. All right, we are going to get into this reading because I already started. Already started popping out some stuff. Currently, within and around their relationship, we do have some lightening of the load. So lightening the load, somebody's carrying a large load on their back, or somebody's carrying some stress upon themselves. Okay, and there is a little bit of grieving, but lack of grieving. So maybe not so much grieving anymore, but there was some grieving in the energy, but not as much anymore. So I don't know. We'll get into that with the tarot cards. And again, there's some willpower here also. So let's find out why through tarot. Let's find out all the juicy gossip. Hello. Hey, Lauren. Again, don't mind my crazy look. I'm a hot mess. I've just been running around. All right, last shuffle. Feels like them. Okay. Oh, why? Can you guys not hear me? Oh, it's working fine. Okay, because I'm pretty sure I put it on the right mic. Yeah, so it's not an audio issue for me, sir. Or lady. No, Gwendolyn. Okay, Gwendolyn, you can hear me? I said your name like 5 times. She's probably like, this lady won't shut the hell up. Okay. All right, I'm going to get into the reading, y'all. Here we go. What's he got? Air. Okay. All right, so we're getting into the thoughts and the feelings of the two of them. So if over here is going to be, yeah, that's her side. So he's going to be on the right side. She'll be on my left side. So there were some rules that were bent in the beginning stages of this relationship. I'm not quite sure what that means, but there's some personal beliefs or maybe some areas in which they're not conforming to something. So this is something that was happening. And when she's thinking about the relationship, she's thinking about kind of like feeling like almost like there was too many rules and that she would lose control in that. But emotionally, she does find herself trusting in this new relationship. She does feel like there's some high expectations of her, or else she's giving off the vibration of, hey, I have high expectations and you need to uphold them, or hey, you have a lot of high expectations. But I feel like emotionally, it's almost like she's kind of like an illusion. She's her illusion or her images or whatever she's perceiving as whatever he is not what it is. So he is giving her a face that he is not, or she's just kind of like imagining he's this, spectacular thing. Okay. So he's a little less positive or optimistic than she is kind of like thinking that he is, or she's pretending to be. Whichever, I don't really give two shits. I do know that I don't care. They are communicating, they are cooperating. There is a nice little harmony or a nice little balance within this, relationship. But again, there's some personal beliefs or bending of the rules, if you will, when she's thinking about the relationship. And over on his end of things, he's having a breakdown or felt very lack of balance within his home. So he was feeling like there was no support when he's thinking about the situation. He feels like, he's fearing that there's like a forced commitment, or she's forcing herself to commit. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like when he's thinking about her, he's definitely fearing the commitment because of the no support. So he would have rather her been more supportive during a breakdown. So he had some sort of, disharmony within his home, some sort of conflict. Yeah, had to have been. So I think emotionally, though, and again, he's very young. He's full of youth. I mean, he's got a lot of good intentions, especially emotionally, and he's full of energy. So I do think he's ready to, have a conversation with her, be in this relationship, and then he wants to push forward. He wants to stay in this relationship and hang out. I think it's pretty fair. I mean, I think it's a good vibe. I mean, nothing bad yet. We'll see. Okay. Let's find out how she sees him. How does he see her? King of Wands in reverse. So she sees him as a little bit arrogant and has some control issues. Maybe he's a little bossy. I'm not quite sure. He's pretty young, and so is she. So, I mean, we all kind of think we all have an attitude at that age. If you agree, you agree. They're super young. I'm pretty sure they're just now adults. I do know that, like, she really enjoys that they explore. There's a lot of exploring, little playfulness. What she's not aware of is that he's actually, I'm going to say it. Okay. He is one of those fuck boys. Do you know what I mean? He's like a fuck boy in training. That's what he is. I guarantee this when we find out through the tarot that it will say that he is a fuck boy in training. I guarantee it. She's going to bite off more than she can chew. And her arrogancy that she's feeling is probably her own, because she really she digs herself like nobody else. Ugh. I can feel it. I can feel it through my bones. Okay, so he sees her as smart, dedicated, like she's got a ton of energy also. And he feels like her energy is focused on him. Well, I mean, come on. He thinks she could be really good at being in, whatever this is. But there's a physical aspect to it. There's a physicality that he's really into. He really thinks that she's superb physically. So he's sexually and physically attracted to her. I knew it, right? All right. So how are things literally? Like how are things versus how they actually see each other over here on this end of things? Okay, yeah. So he's out of control. He's very impulsive, and he's a little obsessed. He's a little more obsessed with her than, I think that she's aware. So again, I think that eventually, because of his habits or what he's addicted to, will keep it so that things won't move forward. Okay. He chains himself to the most wild, to the most outlandish things. And I know that everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy because these people are children. But they're a little more forward. They're a little bit much. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, I mean, he's a little obsessed, and there's definitely a sexual thing. The inability to move forward will be because he gets out of control. or because there's, so much impulsion, or he's addicted to, just sex, or he's addicted to whatever he's addicted to, it's really going to fuck things up. Because again, he is an F boy in training, people. He is blocked emotionally. Over on this end, how things really are on his end, how when he's looking at her, how do things really look? Again, she is actually obsessed with kind of what's next. So she's constantly looking for the information or any truth or facts, because she's really wanting to be safe. She wants to get into this situation. She wants to add to the growth, add to changes, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. Okay. I just feel like there's lack of like change. There's going to be lack of growth with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's just somebody doesn't really give two fucks. Okay. But someone really cares, and that someone's her. She cares about everybody's opinion. So she's not going to hang 10 with this person. It will really fuck up her image eventually. I mean, as stupid as that is. Did you just, oh, that's my daughter. Reagan Anna Lynn. I was like, who called me mom? Get out of here. All right. So what is the likely outcome of this relationship? I know I said I was taking a shower. I'm taking a shower after I do this one. Okay, so this will come to an end. It will come to a huge fucking flop, actually. It's not going to continue to work. They rushed into it. And I feel like the failure here is because it does become hopeless. It's coming to an end. The communication will be cut off. That's how they'll stop. The ending will be lack of talking, lack of energy. Nothing is going to be put into this. And this is going to be within the next few months. I mean, it's not going to be long out. So I do feel like there's definitely going to be a finding of peace, or, trying to share, in the stress that they're adding with each other. I definitely feel like they'll find peace when they get help. So one of the partners is going to need a little help. So if that person gets help, then maybe they can. But other than that, we know what that means. Oh, yes, that's my daughter, Ray. It always surprises me when a kid comes in here. I'm like, wait a minute. That sun in reverse. It's just likely outcome is definitely, all of this is not going to be as they say it is. They're saying that it's this positive, optimistic looking type of relationship. We are both energetic, young, we're having a blast. It's like 90-year-olds on crack. I'm sorry. The two of these kids, they're 18. They feel like 90-year-olds on crack with addictions to feed. That's all they feel like to me. And yes, of course, this current relationship will start ending. It's going to start ending now. Like, it's no joke. There's definitely going to be a failure here. And I feel like they are going to just, kind of tap at it and destroy it one little tap at a time. But it's definitely going to happen here quickly. Oh, did she? That is funny. It's funny when they do that. Yeah, no, these kids are like gross. Like these energies. I mean, it's just, they just grew up differently. They live in a different time. They deal with things differently. They don't deal with things in general, I don't think, I suppose. But yeah, they're a couple of 9-year-olds with these addictions. And I mean, how are they going to be in a relationship? That's all they know is like the TikTok shit and like being live and being on this and being on that. It's like the moment they are connecting, it's like all of this bullshit and explosions because they don't know how to emotionally, invest or be intelligent emotionally. Like, I don't even know how to deal with my emotions intelligently, let alone a bunch of, 90-year-olds with addiction. Yeah, he's such an F-boy. Gross. He's totally. And they just kind of like rushed into it. And it, like, almost as soon as they rushed into it is when it started ending. So it's already like on the way. We just aren't seeing it yet. I definitely feel like they're sharing. And they're both kind of like, sharing in what the wild or the stress of it. I really feel like that for sure. And I feel like this anxiety or the hopelessness or any of those traumas that they have, like the communication of it will be none. They don't know how to communicate about, their hopeless feelings, or they don't know how to communicate about emotion or the trauma they've endured. And how do we deal with this? How do we get involved and have a nice communication and find some peace here? I think eventually they'll find peace, but it's not going to be together. Not at all. It's definitely not as they say. I mean, I would doubt if they're even actually dating. Like, I feel like this is just a big thing. They're like, Travis Barker's in the hospital. Let's throw Charli in there. Like, what? Like, why? Like, that's weird to me. There is no such thing as bro code. Okay, let me just throw that out there. Or sisters, loving. I don't know. There's no such thing as that. Like nobody, that doesn't even exist. Like bro code is just bro and bro. Like it doesn't, the girl, it looks like it's bro code. And then all of a sudden, like there's a breakdown with the relationship always. And the bros are always like in the back having a beer. You know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as bro code to me. Like I think it's a bunch of dog shit. And I think if there is, it's because one of them actually is a little sensitive to it. But yeah, I definitely think that bro code is broken for sure. And that if you start on gross energy like that, you're going to get a gross relationship. And if you're beautiful Charli D'Amelio and beautiful Landon Barker, it's falling. Take my word for it right now. I'll write it down and make sure to remind you guys. Lord. Like I'm trying to get PG over here. Apparently the algorithm doesn't like my language. I'm like, get out of here. Like, what is bro code? Like, they don't care. They were raised to not give two shits about a female. They don't care. These men, they're like, oh yeah, bro code forever. Bros before hoes. When they say that, that's what they mean. But they don't mean like, yeah, if you fuck with my hoe. No, it doesn't work like that. These bros are hanging out. They're going to go to prom together. It don't matter about the chick. They could give two shits. There's like, a dozen of them waiting. There's always women in line for these guys. Man, hating up in the YouTube. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm going to shower. I'll be back with the rest of my tarot reading. I think I have 2 more to do, and then I got to get the rest of these ghosted readings out. So there's just a few of them left. But please go ahead and hit subscribe if you would like. Go ahead and click that bell so you don't miss any of my notifications here for your ghosted, love, general, or any of your readings on your requests for celebrities. Oh yeah, and we're gonna get ice cream. And we're getting ice cream. You guys are not allowed to come. I mean, we could go live, but I don't think it'd be very good feed. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Please go ahead, share, like, and follow. Again, share these videos that do pop up on the upload, especially if it resonates. And thank you for requesting this celebrity reading to my subscriber. And again, if you have a request, leave it in the comments. See you later. Have a good night, you guys.